a killer chimpanzee who once was a great friend to a family living in Hawaii in an immaculate, gorgeous house on a cliffside, ends up contracting rabies and actually acts more like he knows he's in a horror movie. Then he has actual rabies and he starts attacking his family and killing anything that gets in his way. That is the plot for Primate from 2026. 2025 technically because it was screened last year and it just released in theaters in January. It's now streaming and it's directed by Johannes Roberts, who did 47 Meters Down, the sequel to that. I'm not a big killer shark movie guy. I'm more so like killer monkey slash ape slash gorilla movies. And he also did The Strangers Prey at Night, which is my favorite in that entire Strangers property. Now we have Lucy coming back from college after several years. It seems she's estranged with her younger sister, and her sister Erin's mad that she hasn't been around for that amount of time. She ends up coming back to their family home, like I said, in Hawaii, with her best friend Kate. They bring along an additional friend, and they get back to their house, and they have a beautiful little pet named Ben. Ben is an extremely smart chimpanzee, and he can use like a little soundboard where he goes, Lucy dead, Lucy dead, later on in the movie. But we find out that he contracted rabies, which that's one of the little complaints I have with this movie. The whole rabies thing, they didn't even really need that. But he contracts it, and as a result, he's terrified of water. And water also drives him crazy. So they end up, for a lot of this movie, in a swimming pool that is right at the edge of the cliff that the house is built into. Again, gorgeous fucking house. But they end up in the water knowing that he's afraid of water and he can't swim. And they're in that pool, man, for a fucking while. And Johannes Roberts seems to have something with water with the 47 Meters Down movies. The Strangers Prey at Night has that excellent pool scene set to Total Eclipse of the Heart. And like I said, I do like a decent amount of monkey, ape, chimp, gone crazy, or causing a ruckus. Can you describe the ruckus? And we've had a decent amount of them. Obviously, King Kong and all of his movies, to non-horror movies, but like Outbreak with the monkey, to Bigfoot movies like Night of the Demon, which is a crazy movie from the early 80s, Exists from Eduardo Sanchez, who co-directed the Blair Witch Project. That's a great found footage movie. Check out Exists. To Planet of the Apes and that whole franchise. And then we have more killer monkey or killer ape movies like Shakma from the 80s or early 90s. I forget when that came out, but it has a great cover art for the VHS back in the day. I always loved that when I went to Blockbuster and saw that art. Monkey Shines by Romero. It goes on and on. So how'd I feel about this one 5 minutes into this? The directing is good, as usual with Roberts. The cinematography is gorgeous. The house, all the pool sequences, all of the exterior shots, it's gorgeous. The acting, I've seen some of the actresses and actors before. More so the actresses, what's her name? Something Alexander. Jessica Alexander, maybe? And I've seen one or two of the other ones. They all do a good job, but their characters aren't too memorable. Ben, the chimpanzee, does the best in the movie. He gives the best damn performance. There's some good suspenseful scenes in this. There's some good tension that's built at times. And the kills are pretty damn good. The effects are really good. Everything though with the rabies, I really didn't care for that because you don't need him to have rabies. He could have just went nuts or any other plot device, because he does not act like a rabid chimp. He acts like I said, like he's in a horror movie and he knows it. There's a lot of cliches and slasher tropes that this chimp apparently knows in and out. But overall, I did enjoy it. I had fun. It's an entertaining movie. The only real negatives I had with it, the pacing, and it can get quite boring at times, but not too often. I love everything with Ben, the chimp. I love how the chimp acted in the movie, everything that they did with him, the look of him once he goes rabid, crazy is better. But yeah, I had a good time watching this. I would never really watch it again, anytime soon at least. But it was fun. Have you seen Primate? Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments. And if you haven't, it's streaming on Prime, I think, or Shudder, some extension of Prime.